It is the loneliest object in the universe. Right now, a machine the size of a subcompact car is drifting through the void, 14 billion miles away from the hands that built it. It has traveled further than any human creation in history, entering a realm of darkness where the sun is just another bright star in the sky. It was only supposed to last for 5 years, but nearly half a century later, Voyager 1 is still alive, still talking, and still moving. It carries a golden phonograph record with the sounds of Earth, a message in a bottle thrown into the cosmic ocean, waiting for a civilization that may not even exist yet to find it. In 1977, NASA launched 2 spacecraft, Voyager 1 and 2. Their mission was simple: fly past the gas giants, take some pictures, and likely die shortly after. But Voyager 1 refused to quit. It survived the radiation belts of Jupiter, the rings of Saturn, and the freezing cold of the outer solar system. Today, it is humanity's first interstellar traveler. It has crossed the boundary of our solar system and entered the space between the stars. It is moving at 38,000 miles per hour, and it will never return. Welcome to Space Facts. Let's follow the signal. The only reason Voyager 1 could travel this far is a rare alignment of the planets that happens once every 176 years. In the late 1970s, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were arranged in a perfect arc. This allowed NASA to utilize a technique called a gravity assist. When Voyager flew past Jupiter, it didn't just take photos, it stole energy. By diving deep into Jupiter's gravity well and shooting out the other side, the spacecraft acted like a stone in a slingshot. It robbed Jupiter of a tiny fraction of its orbital momentum, using it to catapult itself towards Saturn at blinding speed. Without this maneuver, we would have needed a rocket impossible to build. Voyager 1 is essentially surfing on the gravitational waves of the giants, carrying the momentum of the 1970s all the way to the edge of the system. It was a navigational bank shot that had to be calculated with perfect precision, because being off by a few miles at Jupiter would mean missing Saturn by thousands. In 1990, Voyager 1 had finished its primary mission and was speeding away into the dark. Astronomer Carl Sagan convinced NASA to do something technically risky: turn the camera around. He wanted Voyager to take a selfie of the solar system before the cameras were turned off forever to save power. On Valentine's Day, Voyager looked back from 3.7 billion miles away and snapped a series of 60 frames. One of them showed Earth. In the image, our entire world, every war, every love story, every human who has ever lived is contained in a single pixel, a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. It is perhaps the most humbling image ever captured. It proved that from the perspective of the cosmos, our differences are irrelevant. We are all clinging to a fragile speck of rock in the overwhelming darkness. That photo was Voyager's parting gift to its creators before it focused its antennas on the void ahead. You are watching Space Facts, tracking humanity's greatest explorers. If you want to follow the journey to the stars and understand the universe we live in, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Now, let's look at the message we sent to the aliens. Voyager 1 isn't just a robot, it is a time capsule. Bolt-mounted to the side of the bus is a 12-inch gold-plated copper phonograph record. It is designed to last for 1 billion years. If an extraterrestrial civilization finds this derelict craft in the distant future, this record is their only way of knowing we existed. The contents are a mixtape of Earth, the sound of rain, a mother kissing a child, the brainwaves of a woman in love, and music ranging from Mozart to Chuck Berry. But how would aliens know how to play it? The cover of the record is etched with scientific diagrams, a map using pulsars to pinpoint the location of Earth in the galaxy, and a diagram of the hydrogen atom to define units of time. It is a universal language based on physics. We sent this not because we expect it to be found, the odds are astronomically low, but because the act of sending it says something beautiful about us. It says that even in the face of infinite silence, we wanted to say hello. On August 25, 2012, Voyager 1 made history again. Its sensors detected a sudden drop in solar wind particles and a massive spike in cosmic rays. It had crossed the heliopause. The heliopause is the bubble created by the sun's magnetic field. Inside, we are protected. Outside, we are exposed to the raw interstellar medium, the plasma and radiation from exploded stars that fill the galaxy. Voyager 1 is now sailing through this fog of interstellar space. It is dying, though. Its power source is a radioactive thermoelectric generator, a ball of decaying plutonium. Every year, the heat fades and the power drops by 4 watts. NASA is slowly turning off instruments one by one to keep the craft alive. Sometime around 2030, the last instrument will go dark. The transmitter will fall silent, but the craft itself will keep going, a silent, dead ship wandering the Milky Way forever, carrying the memory of a world that may inevitably disappear. Voyager 1 is more than a machine. It is a monument to human curiosity. Long after the pyramids have eroded and our cities have crumbled, Voyager will still be out there, untouched by time, preserving the sounds of our existence. It is the longest journey ever attempted, and in a way, it is the only part of us that is truly immortal. If this story of the farthest object inspired you, hit that like button. Subscribe to Space Facts for more journeys into the deep.